Welcome to the Owlygarchy, Children of the Night. This is how I'm going to play Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Hopefully there is enough content to play through 6 playthroughs. I'm gonna have 3 playthroughs as a female character and 3 playthroughs as a male character, hopefully. My first playthrough will be on normal difficulty. The subsequent ones will be on hard difficulty. And here is my backstory. The first playthrough, I will play as a Ventrue. The Ventrue are masters of control, subduing and puppeteering others through their sheer force of personality and will. They can freeze enemies in their tracks, turn them against each other, or make them forget they were even there. The Ventrue's resilience also allows them to withstand attacks and survive inevitable reprisals. I will play as a male Ventrue, upholding the Camarilla and the Masquerade. I'll be a Ventrue through and through. I'm going to defend all the interests of the Ventrue clan. That means, why not become the prince? Because I'm an elder, and as far as I can tell, there are few elders in the city of Seattle, if any. My second playthrough will probably be completely the opposite. I will play a female Bruja, small, petite SJW warrior with a huge attitude and big fists to compensate, or to to make up for the other things. The Bruja power lies in their strength and swiftness. They use these skills to turn the tide of battle, acting fast, hitting hard, and goading their foes into making a fatal move. A Bruja is an unstoppable force in a fight. Their unparalleled prowess ensuring they remain on top. Christoph Romuald. Apparently, he was a philosopher who used his fists to write poetry and stories and philosophy, but we're gonna play a slightly different Bruja with an attitude and a penchant for anarchy. So, Camarilla, anarchy. My next playthrough, it's probably gonna be La Sombra, male. La Sombra who was a part of the Sabbath. I'm not sure yet if it's gonna be a female or a male playthrough. La Sombra used their power to stoke the fires of fear in enemies and allies alike. Masters of shadow, they bend the darkness to their will, capable of nightmarish feats. They weaponize their control of shadows to isolate, ensnare, and instill dread in their target. A very interesting La Sombra who's gonna support the Sabbath. He's gonna be all about chaos, burning everything to the ground. Yeah, reminds me of the Cappadocian Serena in Vampire the Masquerade Redemption. She was a good gal. The first Serena, better than Serana from Skyrim. Then probably I'm gonna have a Toreador playthrough. She's gonna be all kissy, seducing everyone, because the Toreador's enthralling presence allows them to make the first move, often before their enemy has a chance to react. They can entrance their victims and enemies, luring them in and blinding them to the danger in front of them until it is too late. She's gonna be very independent, fashionable, not caring about the politics and everything else that's happening. She's gonna be just for the fun of it. She survived hundreds of years and nobody knows how. Probably by bedding everyone she could and kissing everyone. Then I'm gonna play a Banu Hakim female character who was part of a harem, and she was stealthily an assassin. as an assassin for the Camarilla, because the Banu Hakim are silent judges, lawbringers, and executioners. Swift and deadly, they can silence and dispatch their foes through both violence and sorcery. Banu Hakim can take down an enemy with chilling precision in the brink of a mortal eye before disappearing without a trace. And she's gonna be an enforcer for the Camarilla as well. And lastly, I'm gonna play as a Tremere. Members of Clan Tremere wield arcane power and can bend blood to their will, weaponizing it against their foes. Their sorcery affects not only their own blood, but also that of their enemies, and they are able to inflict great pain and destruction on those that oppose them. I probably like this one the most. That's why I'm gonna keep it for the last, because like a cherry on top. In real life, I'm like a Malkavian with split personalities. I like everything, bits and bits from everyone. I like the celerity and the seduction of the Toreador. I like the ability to manipulate shadows of the La Sombra and dominating with sheer strength. I like the Ventru, how they easily manipulate and dominate their foes and kindred alike. I like the Banu Hakim because they can strike and go back to the shadows. They are very stealthy. I like the Bruja because they know what they care for, they have a passion, and they defend their passion with a lot of strength. And I like the Tremere, even though they are distrusted by other vampires. And I like the mage, the spellcasting side to the vampire, the telekinesis, the blood sorcery, the dominate. I very much like the Tremere and can't wait to play as a Tremere. But for now, as I said, I'm gonna be a very domineering Ventru. We're gonna uphold the Masquerade, play by the books of the Camarilla, and stick to the rules, pleasing everyone until we can take advantage of them for Clan Ventru. Then, as I said, we're gonna switch to more a rebel side as a vampire. But for now, we're gonna play as a Ventru, because we need to learn the ropes of Seattle, and once we know all the nooks and crannies, ups and downs, we're gonna know the city better. We can use stealth. Once we know the characters who likes what, we can play as different clans so as to influence them and get different outcomes. But for now, let us begin as Clan Ventru. Thank you for watching,